Hello, I'm back. If you're new to the channel, I'm Jody. I used to have a channel that I used to do videos on quite a bit, and I've done nothing here for over a year. Now, it's not because I left crypto. In actual fact, it was because I was incredibly embarrassed about what had happened to my crypto portfolio. It's been a process of going through and pulling apart, what happened, what I did wrong, where my mistakes were made, the lessons I've learned from it. Let's just say it's been a very expensive school year in the fees that I've paid in the way of losses. But it's also been a very stupid crypto bull market. This sort of 4-year cycle aspect that I got really excited about learning about in 2023 after we went through the bear market of 2022 and had some pretty major losses because we didn't know about the 4-year cycle back then. Things haven't gone quite to plan, and I'm also a little bit ADD, like I shoot off here, there and everywhere and sort of look at things and learn from different people and all that. I should have just stuck to the crypto code and then did my progression to my own trading via the teachings from 𝗙𝗵𝗆. I like the method there. Every trader has a different method because ultimately to be a successful trader you have to find an edge. That's sort of it, because technical analysis is based on creating the highest probabilities, but it's still only ever a probability. So nobody can look in the crystal ball and say what's happening. But there's a lot of signs, a lot of really good indicators, a lot of things that can help you at least understand where you are in the cycle. My biggest regret, and this is what I'm still processing, is selling half a Bitcoin and turning it into altcoins, thinking that the altcoins were going to do better. And they haven't. I guess they did, and then they didn't. The greed factor that came in from basically not taking profit when things were up high, thinking that the bull market still hadn't fully hit its peak, that it was going to go higher. In fact, let me just show you one classic example here. I might just have to turn this video around to show you. So sorry I'm holding the camera here, but basically this is Brett, and from the peak at the 1st of December through until when I actually created just a spot trade in my 𝗏𝐵𝑚𝑗 account, it had dropped 60%. So if we actually close this out, maybe I should screen share this, but right now I'm just wanting to give you a little bit of an update. I'm holding on to a number of spot trades, and not all of them are shitcoins, some of them are good. They're still down 50-60% from the 23rd of January. And the 23rd of January, as I showed just here, some of them were already down 60% from a peak at the start of December. The biggest lesson is definitely not taking profit. And it's really strange because Joel from the crypto code, he has this mantra as such, and it's almost like very repetitive. Nobody ever gets hurt taking profits. And he says it so often, and it's like, take profit, to the point that now I have missed out on opportunities by not taking profits on some of those coins. So I am literally just waiting to see if they will go back up and I can, make some sort of profit. I will never get back the half a Bitcoin, worth of value that if I had have just left it and watched Bitcoin go crazy. Lots of reasons for that, and I'll talk about that in future videos. But just the taking profit. I've literally left so much money on the table, it's insane. But the thing that hurts the most is that I got liquidated on a number of leverage trades, just being a smartass, just, not doing stop losses, thinking that, you have a few good wins and then you don't have your stop loss in, or you work on a dollar cost averaging kind of approach and then the market just keeps going down. it's just been a crazy year, and it doesn't matter who you listen to on, the topic of crypto and the markets. Everyone's saying it's not been a sort of so-called normal cycle. And there's a lot of reasons for that perhaps I will talk about in future videos, but ultimately I just wanted to show up here again now and say, yes, I'm still here, I'm still helping people. We still show up every week, or at least every other week, depending on whether I'm traveling or not, with our crypto buddies online. We have a Zoom huddle, we get together, we talk about the market, what we're learning, any new things that we've come across. That still happens. And, it may look on the public front that this channel has had no videos at all for over 12 months. But if I showed you behind the scenes, you'll see that there's like 50, 60 videos, which are all the recordings from our huddles. So I'm definitely still here. Like I said, I don't think I was showing up more out of embarrassment than anything. I've done the work, I've processed it all. And, I really want to be able to connect with people who are in a similar boat. And, if you've made a few dumb mistakes, don't blame crypto. Blame the learning process. We still all have to learn. We're not just, these are skills that you're learning. If you're going to be trading, or even if you're going to be investing, they are skills, and we need to know when it is to sell so that you don't, miss out or leave money on the table, and or when it is to, take those profits, when it is to buy back in. We're not going to be far off from having a great opportunity to buy back in on some investment type coins. I mean, my whole story has completely changed, like my viewpoint on what it is they hold, what it is that I invest in. I definitely went down that path of being super greedy, trying to get into some random alts, thinking that they were going to have bigger explosions in the bull market. And they kind of did, but I didn't take the profit, so I'm a dumbass. Anyway, I'm showing up here now to say I will be here if you want me to. I can kind of more vlog what myself, Nat, and all the other crypto buddies are kind of doing. We can just talk about it. But the main thing is that I'm offering my time as well. So even if you're not part of, the crypto code or anything else that we've done in the past, or even if you have tested out Trade, Travel, Chill and you just want to talk about it a little bit, if you've got some crypto stuck somewhere or you don't know how to move it, or even if you're just still brand new, been sitting on the sidelines this whole time and you want to get in, I'm more than happy to chat about what it is that I believe is happening, what it is that I'm currently planning on doing as well with our portfolio. And I just want to be able to help. So you can follow the link down below in the description and come through and book in and have a one-on-one with me. And otherwise, just, stay tuned to this channel, subscribe if you haven't already, and come on the journey. And, I'll try and do regular video updates and talk about crypto on a whole. Just know that, I'm not a great technical analysis, so I'm still learning. I'm not fantastic at fundamentals, but it does interest me. And I am subscribed and have been subscribed and have paid a shit ton of money to lots of different people to learn from. And I'm still learning from some of them. So I'm happy to sort of, share what it is that I'm learning, and if I get an insight, and don't cross any lines on, what gets taught and what, can be shared. But whatever I can share, I will. So I hope you stick around, and I look forward to seeing you again in another episode of the brand new Crypto Buddies vlog. Talk soon.